Here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. So to make sure your mics are turned off unless you're talking, please, because as you can tell, you can probably hear me to a whole nother country. So let's get started. Thursday, April 9th, North Beach Town Council meeting. As always, we start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag is behind us. I would love for Emma to lead us in the pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Thank you, Emma. Great job. Make a motion to move to approve the agenda as submitted.
Do we have enough people right now since we only have three?
I do not. We only have three. Hold on, time out. Is Councilman Crosby online?
It says Nikki, Hummel, and Michael. I'm not sure she's.
For some reason, this side doesn't like us tonight.
Well, we know Ken's going to be late.
All right, well, let me just keep moving until we figure out if we have somebody to make a motion. So we cannot approve the agenda as submitted, nor the minutes. Let's move right into the FY25 audit presentation from CLA. I know, easier. You can just come sit up here. Make sure the mic is on too. Yep, it sounds like it's on.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. Good.
Oh,
We're good. All right. Go.
my name's Carl Hogan. I'm a principal with Clifton Larson Allen. We're our office. We have offices throughout the country, Baltimore, around the area here as well. But I'm out of the office out of Philadelphia, and here tonight to present the audit results for the year ended June 30th, 2025. I put together a couple slides here tonight. The full audit is available for viewing, I'm assuming, on the board website upon approval of the audit report. I'm just going to kind of go over some of the details of the highlights of the audit for the year ended June 30th, 2025. So some of the things I'm going to talk about here tonight, number one, talk about the audit scope. Number two, talk about what type of audit opinion and communication letters we will be submitting to that we submitted to the town. And then finally, we'll talk some high-level financial statement highlights at the very high level for this meeting here tonight. First, on my third slide here, I have the audit scope and the different audit documents that are submitted to the town council and to management on an annual basis. We have a report that we give on the financial statements, basically giving an opinion on the financial statements, a report on the internal control of the town, required government's communication letter. There's certain matters that we're required to communicate to the town council on an annual basis, and then also a report on internal control over compliance with any type of major programs requirements related to your federal awards, and in this case, it'd be the American Rescue Plan Awards for the year ended June 30th, 2025. The next page, this is where we're going to talk about the audit opinion. Like I said, very high level financial statements. We had an unmodified, clean audit opinion for the town's financial statements for the year ended June 30th, 2025. That's the highest level that you can receive, basically stating that the numbers that were presented to us by management were fairly presented for June 30th, 2025. On the right-hand side there, we talk about some of the audit results. There were 3 internal control matters over financial reporting that were identified during our audit. Basically, these were matters that we communicate to management, how they could better have internal controls over such matters as capital assets, accounts payable, and revenue recognition. And then also we identified some other matters in a separate letter, basically as recommendations to improve internal controls as well, and I'm sure management will share those to you. So in no way are these matters that are significant, but at the same time matters that we felt that the town could improve their internal controls within the township, within the town. But at the same time, the town does have adequate internal controls as a part of our audit process. Next letter is a summary of our governance communications. These are the things I spoke about before that we're required to communicate as part of our audit. Significant and accounting policies are included in Note 1. We implemented a new GASB during the current year, GASB 101, overcompensated absences. There were no unusual transactions that were noted as part of our audit process. There were no significant difficulties as part of our audit, nor any kind of uncorrected misstatements within the financial statements, and we didn't have any disagreements with management as part of our audit process. We're required to communicate to you any significant estimates within your audit report or depreciation expense on your capital assets, and then the actuarial determined liability for pension. Finally, management provided us representations as part of our audit. Management had no consultations with any other auditors regarding any kind of disagreements. There were no significant items discussed with management. And then finally, there's a report that management files with the state of Maryland called the Uniform Financial Report, which is filed and accepted by the state. Finally, we're going to kind of go over the high-level results in terms of the financial highlights for the year. We're going to talk about number one, the general funds. What I just picked here is a snippet from the financial statements at giving a summary of what your revenues and expenditures were and how they compared to budget. Revenues and expenditures for the year were budgeted at $3.7 million. Once again, revenues far exceeded your budgeted amounts. Those things that are affected by the economy, your state shared revenues, some of your taxes are better than anticipated, and your revenues came in better than anticipated by $1 million. Expenditures came in a little bit more than expected, $20,000, but when you look at that compared to $3.7 million in total expenditures, you're right on budget. So those things that you can control, expenditures, you did a good job on, and those things, revenues, continue to outpace your expenditures for the time being, but at the same time, these are revenues that can anytime slow down. So when you look at those revenues, like investment earnings, et cetera, those amounts being better than anticipated should be continue to be budgeted conservatively going forward. Other financing sources uses, the $1.1 million is the recognition of the ARPA funds that were received and deferred and recognized for June 30th, 2025. So at the beginning of the year, you had $5.7 million of fund balance. You added $2.2 million of general fund balance, a combination of better than anticipated revenues plus the recognition of the ARPA funds, $7.9 million or almost $8 million of fund balance as of June 30th, 2025. All good news, allows the town council flexibility as you kind of move forward into future budget processes. And then also the other major funds that we look at as part of our audit would be the water fund and the sewer fund. So for during the current year, both of these funds had positive changes in net position during the year. The water fund had a positive change in net position of $45,000. Net position at the end of the year being $247,000. And then the sewer fund had a positive net position increase of $180,000, 4.7 to 4.9. Those net position numbers do include capital assets as well, so it's not kind of liquid cash like the general fund does, just the way the things are reported. So most of the net position related to the sewer fund is related to your infrastructure related to the sewer operations. And that's all I have. I want to keep it short, positive. I think the things we want to take away: clean audit report, proper internal controls, and a good financial standing.
I appreciate you being here tonight. As you know, in the environment of the world right now, when it comes to governments, you hear a lot of crazy stuff going on. And I'm very proud of our staff who's worked hard to make sure that we do have the checks and balances in place. And that's why we do have some new faces over the last 12 months, last 18 months. Our goal was to get better, to make sure there's better transparency, better checks and balances for our residents. And I think based off of the audit and based off what you're saying, we've accomplished that. Yes, we're going to continue to get better, but overall, we've had an excellent check off that we're in excellent shape.
Yep. just during the audit process as well, management is, constantly at us to say, how could we do better? And, we identified some matters that, even though you do have, proper checks and balances, how can we do those be even better? So we identified those, and hopefully we see those moving forward.
You will.
Yeah,
You
so-
will. Any council members have any other question? Plus, we have a councilwoman online also, Councilwoman Crosby. So does any council members have any questions before we let Carl leave?
I don't have a question, just thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
Linda, so we had the presentation tonight. It's on Board Docs, which is public. If you need to know how to get there, please get staff to get you there. What you will see is that it's going to be moved to a location that you'll be able to see. Now that it's been presented to council, if residents, anybody in the audience has any questions about the budget, please reach out to us. We are available. We want to make sure we answer your questions. And sometimes you might not like the answers, but we promise you we're gonna talk to you. So you'll see it soon, if not tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, it'll be uploaded. Have any questions, please get it back to us ASAP, as quick as you can. All right. Let's go back. Councilwoman Crosby's on here, so we do have a.
And Greg's here.
And Greg.
Yep.
And Greg.
Move to approve the agenda.
Have a motion to approve the agenda. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. It's hard when somebody's not right here. All right, let's go to the next one. Move to approve the minutes of the March 12th, 2026 Town Council meeting as submitted.
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a first. We have a second. Any discussion? Please, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Makes it hard. All right. All right, we have that. I don't see T here. I think he's going to be here shortly, so don't worry. The police will be here to give the report. Let's move right into Town Administrator.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor Benton. Linda Vassallo, Town Administrator. I'm going to try to be brief tonight. My staff report is fairly brief. We spent a lot of time the last couple of months getting ready and getting through our audit, and I just want to echo what the mayor said and thank Carl again for his help. But we've put a lot of new controls in place, and staff has not only stepped up, they've identified things where we can do better. So I just want to thank them for the work that they've done. Each month, I provide you a quick report on where we are with the Chesapeake Beach Water Reclamation Treatment Plant. We did request a copy of their budget and did get a copy of their budget. We had some questions. We sent those questions back. We reviewed their responses and sent additional questions back, which we have not gotten yet. So the town of North Beach has not signed off on that FY27 budget as part of our interjurisdictional agreement. I expect an update soon, and as soon as I hear back from them, I will let council know what is going on there. They did provide all that information to our partners. Our questions and concerns were also transmitted to our partners. So as soon as I hear back from them, I will let you know. Our 26 budget is coming to a close. We're doing very well. In June, we'll give you a wrap-up of how we did. I don't expect any or anticipate any problems there. And that is the conclusion of my report. With one item, council and the public, we've just rolled out a new website. We're kind of clunking through the changes. If there's things in there that you would like to see, you don't see, you can't find, would like to update, please email us, call us, give us some feedback, and we will do our best to get it changed as quickly as possible. It is a more robust and functional website, and when we transition data over, sometimes it doesn't transition like it should, but we are working every day to make it better, so any feedback is appreciated.
And our new website is ADA compliant.
Yes, sir.
So
That's all I have.
That's a huge victory, so thank you so much. All right, marketing communication in the back row. Excuse me, I apologize. Does anybody have any questions? Councilman Dotson? Yes.
So what are some of the questions that he was asking that they're dragging their feet on?
questions
It's
for
our
the.
wastewater
Ooh,
treatment plant.
I'll tell you what, I'll pull those questions up. Can we let Kevin give his report and then I'll come back to that?
Okay.
Because I'll give you exactly what we asked.
Thanks.
It's detail, I promise you.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Kevin Schmidt, Communications Director. Good to be here. My report is just really an update on our event season. We are fully baked at the farmers market and ready to launch next weekend. Very exciting. The same day, we're going to have the Osprey Festival along the waterfront. I know the founders in the back here, Sal, very excited about that event as well. On Saturday, the 11th, coming up, we have a spring cleanup for residents, and at the same time, there will be a hazardous waste cleanup available at Mount Hope Convenience Center for county residents. So this is your chance, clean up, spring cleaning. Very excited about that. So finishing up First Friday's reservations is what's at top of mind for me, and cleaning up that website and making it the best it can be.
Any questions? And that is a small snippet. If you have not signed up to get our Wednesday newsletter, please do. If you have not signed up to get text messages and emails, please do. Please do. I promise you, you will never wonder what's going on because we give the information out as much as possible. We do not use social media as a form of communication. We do outreach. If you need us, have a concern, call us. Come by town hall. It's not a very good way to communicate. And then we want to make sure we give you the undivided attention without any side issues in a conversation. Any questions for Kevin before we go in the back room?
I'm just excited you're live streaming the market because I usually do a Facebook Live.
Yes.
So now I don't have to.
Awesome, yeah.
Are you doing it the whole time or is it just a?
Just to announce the launch, the
Okay.
beginning of the market.
Nice.
We're also working on the Osprey camera. We got it installed, so I just need to get it on our website. And both of the nesting pairs seem to be out there, north and south of the pier. So I see Councilman Kramer excited about that. It's very cool.
I was tremendously, I've been watching to see if we got them both back or if one would be, because over the past few years,
Look at Sal.
only one was there. This is the first time I can remember in a while that we've actually had two nesting pairs.
It's pretty cool, and there's a
Yeah.
bald eagle that's flying around too, and those ospreys are pushing them away at every chance. So it's pretty cool.
Well, Alan, one sits right on the branch over my deck and loves to just drop everything.
Well, they eat the fish
So-
there. That's their,
Yeah.
that's where they have
My
their
son
dinner.
came home and he was like, something happened, like there's blood all over my truck. I was like, you're under the tree. The osprey's there.
Any other questions for Kevin? And again, what I will tell everybody, as I tell council, reach out to the staff, go out to where they work, go talk to them, go see what's going on. We have 1 million projects going on right now. We have 9 capital improvement projects. We have massive events. We have so many moving parts right now. Go see what they're doing. I promise you, they're making it happen. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to.
Mayor, I'm
Yeah.
ready. to
Are you
answer
ready? All right, I'm going to turn it
Councilman.
back over to Linda.
All right, to get back to Councilman Dotson's question. So in response to the first round of budget numbers we got from Chesapeake Beach, we went back with a 5-page letter. I'll send this back out to council because it's very detailed, but at a very high level, we asked questions about their personnel costs, making sure that we understood what was being included in that, benefits, unemployment, things of that nature. The amount of people, the number of people that are working there. We had questions about contractual services and the projections for professional and engineering services moving forward. Questions about laboratory testing and what the charges associated with that, and then some of the testing that was being done behind it. Sludge disposal and landfill costs, we had questions about. Capital planning questions, we had many questions about that, and then repair and maintenance projections. And then the final one, there's more. The final question was about capital reserve and funding sources, and it seems like a lot of information that we've asked for, and it is, but it's incredibly important information as we're preparing our budget, and looking at the rates we're charging our residents for the services that we're providing, and we need to make sure we understand those numbers.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're asking those questions because I'm just surprised that we didn't have this information before, so it's definitely relevant, so thank you.
Absolutely. And I will send this to you, their response, and then the second round of questions as well.
What I will tell you about that is that we have an agreement, I think is dated 1991, and if you go to my office, there's a pile of paper that high, so that high, of every correspondence, every phone call, everything is sitting right there. And in the agreement, it's dated. So there's three partners, so everybody understands. It's Calvert County, North Beach, and Chesapeake Beach. Those are the partners and owners. We have one additional user, which is Anne Arundel County. So, but they're not an owner, they're not a partner, they're a user of it. And we have done everything possible over the last 8 years. We've done smoke tests, we've done everything. So we are trying to make sure that all partners are on the same level and truthfully, honest as we are. We care about every nickel, every dime, everything that's going and what the cost is. So these questions are not the first time we've asked for them. It's been years, years and years and years. So we feel very confident that we have a really great relationship with the new town administrator, with the mayor, that we're going to get the information. We will continue to fight for our residents because it matters. But we can't do any more than ask, and we will keep asking and keep asking. But we will update everybody as we know more, but I promise you, there's no stone unturned.
Yeah, and I would like to echo what the mayor said, that the town administrator, Smelia, has been incredibly responsive when we send questions over. These questions are not going in the dark somewhere. She is responding. Sometimes it takes a bit, but we're asking some pretty detailed questions. But the relationship is good.
So we will continue to update you and let you know. All right, planning, zoning, code enforcement.
Evening, Mayor, Council, Rick
Good evening.
Planning Zoning Director. So as we're coming into the spring, I think you will see the planning report will start to get larger as spring comes and summer gets here. Our permits usually double and triple through those 3 or 4 months, as well as the code enforcement actions that take place. There's not a lot to do really in the wintertime with code enforcement, not much grass growing or trash. But other than that, does anybody have any questions on the report?
His report is there. What I will tell you is also under that with Stacy, our town attorney, Linda, Rick, we're reimagining what our planning commission can look like, what our appeal board can look like, better training for the volunteers, because they are volunteers. So we live off of volunteers, so you will continue to see improvement, information getting out to council, to the public. We will continue to get better. But that falls under Rick, and then Stacy's on board. So I think you'll see a lot of different things. We have some new things we're ramping out, we're rolling out. As we get closer, we'll let you know, but we are in constant communication to make sure that residents or anybody has the ability to click a button and find out what's going on when it comes to our permits and so forth. Anybody have a question for Rick?
I just have one.
Yes.
On the case initiated for 8832 Frederick Avenue. Last activity, 3/9, it's not closed. How long does it typically take to close an open case like that?
Trash or rubbish, it depends. Sometimes if it's just regular yard waste, it's the day they get the notice. With this one, it was more construction stuff.
Okay.
It is next to a large dumpster. The dumpster was full. They've gotten the dumpster emptied. We expect it should be completely cleaned off probably within the next 10 days. What was left there was new construction material. That lot is going to have a new house on it that was approved by the Planning Commission 7 or 8 months ago. So that was leftover material they were going to use for the new house. They are now probably going to move forward with selling the lot with the approved plan on it, and they're going to probably, I believe they're trying to sell that material that's there now, but they know they've got until probably next Friday to get rid of everything.
Okay, I was just wondering how long
Yeah.
from open to close you give them before they get a fine. So, because it's almost been, what, over a month?
Well, so there was several things. They cleaned up one portion of it. This is the rest of it.
We do everything humanly possible to work with our residents to not get a fine and not go to court. If you go to court, it drags out for 6 months to years.
Yeah, so
What
most
we
of what's
do-
left is not trash. All the trash has been cleaned up. The rest is construction material that's still usable, but it's piled up. The dumpster's still there. They're not gonna move forward with construction, so we've told them they've gotta clean it up.
Yeah, and I'm sure every case is different. I was just curious, so
Yeah.
this makes sense. You know, I was just curious if this is something else, why is it taking so long? But thank
Yep.
you for the explanation, I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Any other questions? I'm not sure. Councilwoman Carlson can hear. All right, let's move to Public Works. Thank you, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Donnie Bowen, Director of Public Works. As the mayor stated earlier, we have about 9 CIP projects rolling right now, so and the weather got nice, so everybody wants to come out and start at the same time. But we have 3 big ones we're working on in addition to our normal stuff like grass cutting that's kicking in because of the warm weather. I thought it was spring break in North Beach last week at the 80-degree day down at the beach was packed. It looked like a regular summer day. I thought I woke up late and it was a weekend or something, but I did want to highlight one. We had the saddle replacement project. We set a record this week. We did 15 saddle replacements. We have everything from east side of 2nd Street south is done, from Bay Avenue all the way back to Greenwood Avenue. And then we have 4 streets completely done, 6 streets completely done. Chesapeake Avenue, the number streets are done from Chesapeake to Bay all the way to 9th Street. So making good progress with that. So hopefully, maybe by next winter, we'll be done with all the saddles. So we are still seeing a significant, it's not a huge amount, but it's probably 15,000 gallons a day on the water savings. Some days, it's hard to judge because of weekends, throw it in there. But we are seeing the savings from most of the saddles we're taking off were weeping little leaks, so we do notice that on our daily water flow.
But to be clear, that money, that water is not going through the
Right, not through the
meters.
meters.
So it means no residents are experiencing this leak. It's before that. So I just want to make sure people say, well, I'm paying.
Right.
No. It's not, it's a saddle. If you get a chance, go by and watch us. They're rocking and rolling, but it is not causing any cost effects, anything to that resident. I just
Right.
want to be very clear on that.
Yeah, that's right at the connection on the main line, so that's nowhere near the meter or going through the meter. But it helps us on our groundwater permit for the state, so. But if anybody has any questions, please feel free on any of the projects we have going on.
Are the saddles you're finding in the same condition as
Almost.
everywhere else, or are they varying?
Almost all of them are almost ready to come off.
Okay.
We have found a couple that were a little bit better, but most of them are, we had one blew off Wednesday, the same condition like you saw.
Okay.
So most of them are, like, it's time, definitely time.
Okay.
And the reason why we're doing the way we're doing it is because my Department of Public Works is 5 total people. So when you look at this, we still have the buildings to maintain, the parks to maintain, the boardwalk, everything, we still have to keep going. So the reason why we're doing twice a week, we do have 2 contractors that are working with us. We're knocking them out in a timely manner. We're taking our time to make sure we look at stuff, we make sure that what we do is 100% before we close up that hole. And so I just want to commend DPW for being able to do the saddles, leave there to go take care of a building, take care of a sidewalk, take care of the beach, take care of the park, or one of our 9 CIPs. So thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Finance.
Good evening. How's everyone?
Good, how are you doing, Joe?
Great, now that that part of my life is over for the audit. Okay. CLA, that was a good, experience.
just pull the mic over to you.
I'm sorry.
It's for everybody online and the recordings.
I was mumbling.
That's all right.
Anyway, CLA, they were a great firm. Linda worked well with them, helped us out quite a bit. So actually, it was very enjoyable. It was very stressful, and we had a lot of help. And I appreciate the help. So I can say that we're compliant with GASB 101, inside and out. So that's interesting if you've ever been through it. So that said, we've set a lot of things in place. Linda has helped set a lot of things in place. And I don't believe we've ever been, and I'm gonna say this, and I may live to regret it, but I probably won't. I enjoy the structure of it. I've always craved structure, and she sure is providing it. So I like what we're doing, so. Okay.
Thank you.
That's enough of that. That pretty much speaks for itself. As far as the treasurer's report, you have that in front of you. We're at 54% as far as expenditures. There's not a lot to say. If you have any questions on it, you can always reach out to Veronica and myself. And I just want to make sure that Veronica gets the kudos that she deserves also, because I don't take credit for anybody else's work.
Well, Joe,
But-
thank you, and I appreciate what you're saying, because it's, there's a lot of change happens, but I think that the improvements we're making is for the better. I think our residents should feel confident that we're doing what's in their best interest, our council, everybody, because we work hard about this. This staff that you see here now cares. They're gonna do what they gotta do. Our numbers look great, and there's a reason. We treat our budget like it's our own personal budget at our house. We don't, trust me, none of my staff will ever say, use it or lose it. They will never say that. We don't burn money just to burn it like a lot of organizations do. We will always focus on what is needed. And that's the reason why some of the stuff we're doing now, you're like, oh boy, saddles, that sounds like fun to talk about. But a lot of our infrastructure in the next couple of years will be completely changed over. And nobody will ever see it, but they're gonna know it.
They'll appreciate it.
They'll appreciate it. So Joe, thank you so much. Any questions for Joanne?
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. All right, waterfront and parks. And this is the moment we get to introduce Emma, who is our new waterfront manager, who's taking over down there
Thanks. Wow, thanks, guys.
and already putting her twist on things down there. We're gonna have a great year. It's 135 days, if you don't know what it is for our season, it's 135 days. I think Abigail knows, because she worked down there for a solid week one time, so she knows. I remember that. So, please, take
Yes.
over.
Hi, Emma Donaldson, Waterfront and Parks Director. I echo everything that Donnie said earlier. It looked like July last week, so that was fun. Looking forward to a really, really great 2026 season. Like Mayor Benton mentioned, we're working on some improvements, maintenance improvements, staffing improvements, just got a lot going on. My task list is quite long, but we're making a dent in it every day. So I don't have much to add to my report. We're in the middle of hiring our summer staff, so that's always exciting. Kevin's been great working with events and everything like that. My team's been really helpful, so we're getting a lot of things done. Events are rolling, and summer will be here soon.
If you haven't had a chance to get down to the waterfront, the Welcome Center, Sunrise Garden, Overlook Park, Callis Park, please get down there. They're working hard. The teamwork between DPW, Paige from the Nature Center, Emma and her staff, which Paige falls under. There's a lot of moving parts in a small town that brings 75 to 100,000 people to our town in that 135. And It might be more now that we have the Osprey Festival, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of people come here. So get down there, see what they're doing, ask questions, learn what they're doing. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how great and how hard and how the improvements are happening. So Emma, thank you. Any questions for Emma?
I just have one question. What are the Girl Scouts doing?
The Girl Scouts.
Yeah, the Girl Scouts. What are they doing?
Are working on a few interactive maps, I want to say, down at the waterfront. Paige could speak more on this, so I can definitely give you a full report of what they're doing
Yeah, the
down there.
report says something about they're building a kiosk.
A kiosk. Yeah, it's an interactive kiosk, I believe, down at
Okay, because I thought
at
it was a
Overlook Park.
building or something.
No, just an interactive kiosk.
okay.
Something that the public can can use. But again, Paige, that's Paige's project, so I can certainly get you more information on what they're looking to do there.
I'd be supportive if they were building a building too, so that's, you know.
Sure, sure.
We had
No,
one of those at one time.
But that's all, thank you.
yes.
Any other questions before we move on?
I just have one question that I always ask. What
Yes.
about new swag? Do we have any?
New NB swag at the Shirt
Yes,
Shack.
yes.
Yes, that will be in full force this summer. We're looking forward to it.
Awesome.
If you have any specific requests, please let me know. We're
Okay,
always looking
I
to get new
will.
stuff.
Never said that.
We had a few.
Should not have said that.
We have a few top sellers that we're looking to continue to get. We've noticed what people enjoy down there, so we're gonna fix that and see what we can do.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's move on to public comments. Excuse me, public comments. A public comment allows residents and stakeholders to address the town council on town-related matters. Speakers must sign in before the meeting and observe time limits, 3 minutes per individual, 5 per group. Council members will listen, and then we will get the information back out to you. We have to get the facts, get everything together, and then get you the information back. So we have the first speaker.
My name is John Plank. I live at 3920 First Street. I've lived there for 34 years. My house was just built, new when I bought the house. The saddle connect to the main was replaced April the 1st. The underground cut came into my yard. When complete, they put down straw, but no topsoil or sod or seed. The cut has now sunk down and is about 6 inches deep by 3 feet wide by 8 feet wide depression. They did not compact the soil. The cut goes into my yard 15 feet. I am requesting the town come back with topsoil, sod, or seed to finish the job. The depression is a trip hazard on town property. I'm a senior citizen, 68 years old. I am a retired master plumber. That took less than 1 minute.
Thank you so much. All right, do we have anybody else online? Anybody online?
Hello, everybody. Abigail Francisco here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm kind of happy to be back. The weather is not what I expected, but we're going to be warm soon. I don't have a question. Later, of course, I have a question, but I will talk to Linda. It is just to let you all know that today I was in my driveway around 2:30 this afternoon, and a lady approached to me from the Census Bureau of Baltimore, from the census. And she came to me, she showed me her identification, her laptop had things from the census, and she started asking me questions. I guided her to come to here or to go to John Scott's office because she was asking a lot of questions about the street, 3rd Street, of course, and especially next door to me, that belongs to John Scott. I just want to let you aware, I don't know what it is about, but I guided her to come here and to go to John Scott. She's going around asking questions. But to show me her ID. And the last thing it is, I needed to know if y'all still gonna need us to help with one more wheelchair for the beach. When I was in Brazil, I can show you pictures. I found one, I have to show you, Greg, was very nice, a smaller one. So I can send the pictures to send to all. I just need to know because our group is ready to do our charity. Otherwise, we're gonna address our charity to somebody else. Good?
Thank you so much.
Okay? Thank you all.
Anybody else out there? Sal, do you want to say anything about the Osprey Festival? I would. Come on up.
Good evening. I'm Sal Picasso of the Maryland Osprey Nature Festival. It's good to be here. Just want to invite all of you and the rest of the town to show up. And summer starts on the 18th, by the way. So I also heard up there somebody does Facebook Live, I heard earlier on. So is that something you want to?
I guarantee you Kevin's probably all over this.
Oh, don't worry, you're,
And he will do way better than me, I promise you.
No. Listen.
Andy's got a drone.
A drone? Did I hear drone? So, no, listen, I just want to be here just to see if anyone has any questions that I may help with regarding the festival. So, we've added a lot to the festival this year. We have about 26 organizations that are coming. That goes from the Linda Kelly Center, it's going to be new, to bird calling contest. You name it, it's going to be there. For the kids, last year it was awesome. Face painting, scavenger hunts. And so there's a lot that's going to be going on. This really has grown quite a bit more even from last year. So we're really excited about that. So that's really, I just want to make myself seen. If I can be of help, if you have any questions at all whatsoever, let me know.
thank you so much, Sal. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Anybody else online here? If not, we'll keep moving. Nope. All right. We're going to move from public comments to ordinance and resolutions. I'll go ahead and read, and then we'll turn it over to the Vice President. Resolution 26-01, a resolution of the mayor and town council of the town of North Beach in support of House Bill 1142, establishing a task force to modernize county and municipal revenue sources.
I would like to move that we approve this resolution, and when we get into discussion, I'll give background on where it came from.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion?
All right, so this,
We have a lot of it, so.
Yeah, so first off, just so that we're correct, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure under paragraph 2, communications of resolution, a copy shall be transmitted. Senators don't represent, they represent the actual district, so it should be 27, not B. Delegates is 27B, and Fisher is 27A, so, or C. So we just take the B off, then we'll be correct. Yeah, it's just 27. Thanks.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
this is coming, the main action from MML this year was trying to get this, and not try and push an individual tax increase or anything, to try and find a way to give municipalities a little bit more money coming from the state. The way they went about it was making a task force to, hey, let's get together, let's look at all the sources that are possible. And they were really fighting hard to get this through, and last I heard, it got both approved it, and this is now, all the support we can give just means, hey, we're backing it, let's push this through, let's get this thing going, let's get somebody to start looking into stuff.
So July 1st, this goes into effect. I know I've been fighting for this for 16 years. I was up there when they went to do the reading, and it was, they pulled me aside and said, it's done. The delegate or the senator went to speak, and it was 5 seconds, and it was approved. Now, just so y'all know, because a lot of people don't know this, we do not get a sales tax in this town. We don't get a percentage of it, and we don't get zero money from a sales tax. So everybody comes down to these businesses, supports them. There's no money revenue that comes to the town at all. I've been fighting for 1 cent for 16 years. 1 cent could be roughly ballpark $500,000 to $700,000, just of that. I've been on TV, I've been on Twitter, I've been on all everywhere. They interviewed me. I do not support, and I told them with this bill here, and I said it publicly, I do not support tax increases or your sneaky word called fees. So, we have sales tax. We also have highway user revenues. All right? That is from a gas tax. Well, years ago, they started moving towards electric cars. What they don't understand, an electric car weighs 20 to 25% heavier than a gas car. So when they were pushing for this, gas sales went down. So guess what else went down? HURs. Well, there's a sneaking feeling that next year the HURs that were just brought back during the Hogan administration will be gone again. Whenever you hear somebody say, don't worry, the money's in the lockbox, realize they have the key. Next one is the gambling. There was a bill from Delegate Patterson to increase the slots in Chesapeake Beach. Now, I don't know the bill exactly, and I'm not going to go in detail, but what I did do was when I went up there to meet with our senator, talk to delegates, talk to people, I informed them all that we are getting the lowest part of the gambling outside of Calvert. So here's how it works when it got passed. Calvert County gets money, Chesapeake Beach gets money, North Beach gets money, and the Boys and Girls Club gets $50,000. All right? So I went up there to say, listen, what's that? Oh, we need our percentage to go up. I said, because when you bring more people to the slots, they naturally drive in our community. Our roads are being worn down, and we don't get the money from HURs. We have 52 trash cans that we empty 4 times a day in the summertime. We have bathrooms we clean every 30 minutes. We need more money. And I personally have told the governor, stop talking about tourism unless you give us some money for it. The final thing is income tax. So all the residents in North Beach pays an income tax to the state. There's 95% of it goes to Calvert County, 5% comes to us. So I went up there to make sure they knew my feelings that we don't need to raise taxes, we don't need to raise fees, we don't need to add fees. What we need to do is give us our fair share. Been doing it for 16 years, and I still don't have a fair share. But I will keep fighting. I'll keep going because I know Greg has been up there many times on the legislative committee, and I know Mickey's involved up there now. But that is why this is important. It starts July 1. It's going to be 2 members from Maryland Municipal League, 2 from MACO, and 1 from the comptroller's office. And I said to them again today, us small towns have to have a voice. You cannot listen to Baltimore City, Montgomery County, or these other places. You better come to us and talk to us. They promised me in a text message, so I kept it. I screenshot it. That don't worry, you will be heard. I said, I know you will, I will be heard. I'm just not sure you're going to listen. Because we will continue to fight for our residents because they are owed this. Now, what's going to happen out of it? The grassy knoll theorist on one side of my head says this is just kicking the can down the road, this is just make us feel better. But what scares the daylights out of me is they're going to come back saying they want to change the sales tax to 8%. And then say, well, we'll give you 25% of the 2% that we raised it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but please keep your eyes open. Please pay attention out there, folks. We have senator, we have a delegate that you can reach out to. So they know my feelings. And again, I probably speak on behalf of a lot of these guys, but at the end of the day, I've been tracking this for 16 years. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that something will happen. This is a great start. I mean, I wish they would just listen to me and gave me that 1 cent. That didn't go over well. But this is at least a good start, and we will keep you informed. So I'll get off my soapbox now, but anybody else have any comments? I probably wore you all out by that, so I apologize.
Yeah, I'm not going to top that, but I just have a question. I don't know if it's true. You were talking about the gas tax.
No.
No, hold on. You just mentioned it. And we just want to.
Q2Rs is from the gas tax.
Let me finish.
All right.
Is there a fee for electric cars? Some states, oppose an annual fee of X for, in place of their gas.
When you get tired or bored this weekend, the budget was just signed by the governor. Pull up all the new fees. I mean, they're going to fee your paint cans when you buy paint now. So look at all the fees and everything that's going up. I don't know exactly, there was conversation that they were, because I brought up the fact that they never thought about the electric cars. I was told they are putting a fee on electric cars.
All right, I'll look at, if I want to stay awake
Look
over
at
the
the,
weekend.
look at the tag and titling, I think, for electric cars. And I think that's where they were
I had
looking.
heard there was something floating around.
Yeah, I think that's where they were looking at it.
So I just want to pass that on. I think this is a good deal for us. It's already been approved. We are submitting our solidification of support. They've heard our voices. So any more discussion, turn it back over to Mickey.
All right, well, I'd say I'm good now, because we've got our second discussion out.
We have discussion. Call the vote.
Yeah.
All right. What's that?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, call the question.
Oh, you want me to call? Okay.
I'm sorry.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed?
So moved. Thank you so much. We will get this taken care of, get it signed, get it up there, we'll solidify it. And I promise you, I'll keep you in the loop, because I'm very interested in this. All right, let's move on to the next one. Business item 8, fiscal year 2027 final council budget. I'm going to turn this over to the vice president also. I like this. Yeah, we'll get them.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and citizens of North Beach. My name is Veronica Atkinson, and I am your capital and budget analyst. Tonight, I am presenting the fiscal year 2027 council budget to the town of North Beach. This presentation provides an overview of town revenues, expenses, major funds, long-term debt, and planned capital improvements. The goal is to highlight how the budget supports continued operations, infrastructure needs, and long-term financial stability. The town's financial operations are managed through 4 distinct funds: General Fund, Water Fund, Sewer Fund, and the Capital Improvement Fund, referred to as the CIP a lot of times. The General Fund is the town's primary operating fund and is the most flexible of all of our funds. It supports essential day-to-day services. Tonight's presentation focuses on the council's budget, General Fund, Water Fund, Sewer Fund, the CIP. We will begin with an overview of the General Fund, which is the largest operating fund. The FY27 budget for General Fund revenues totals $4,734,457. This revenue estimate is in line with conservative forecasting practices used to ensure realistic and sustainable revenue expectations. These revenues support the town's core services and operational needs. This slide breaks down the individual revenue sources within the general fund. It illustrates where the town operating dollars are generated, such as taxes, fees, licenses and permits, and local and state revenues. The revenue mix reflects stability, continuity from prior fiscal years. The general fund's expense summary. FY '27 general fund expenses also total $4,734,457. This is important in the continuance of a balanced budget. All of the town's departments worked on their respective budgets. Each department worked to reduce and/or maintain a flat operating budget for 2027. Overall, staff worked diligently to control costs while ensuring all service levels were maintained.
Excuse me. Maybe I missed it. Hold on. No, go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
This slide shows how the general fund's expenditures are distributed across departments and functions. It highlights the town's commitment to public safety, infrastructure, maintenance, and administrative support services. The spending aligns with operational priorities while remaining fiscally responsible.
Okay, yeah, I do need to back up here because you said the expenditures were that plus 457, but it says 456 here.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's probably rounding.
Yeah, so go back a couple slides.
Yeah, she probably can. Yeah,
The last digit was different than what you said.
Yeah,
yeah, it's probably rounding.
well,
right.
we're using whole dollars here. So
There was no rounding for that one.
yeah, she said 4,734,457 was the
It's
expenses, but
56.
it's 56. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something here, so, anyway.
Okay, I see
All
it.
right,
I got
I'm with
it.
you, go ahead.
I am too. I got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Our next slide is long-term debt. This slide provides an overview of the obligations across the operating funds. The amounts broken out below the chart reflect the respective budgeted payments for FY '27. General Fund, $273,213. Sewer Fund, $118,966. The Water Fund, $101,163. These obligations represent previously approved borrowing used for infrastructure and capital investments. The town continues to manage debt within sustainable limits. Our next overview will be on the water and sewer funds. The water and sewer funds are enterprise funds. They're designed to be self-sustaining. Revenues generate entirely through user fees. Revenues are generated. The primary goal of these funds are operating and maintaining the systems, upgrading and repairing infrastructure, ensuring compliance with environmental, health, and safety standards. These funds are restricted to utility-related purposes and cannot be used for general operations. The FY '27 budget for the water fund totals $613,571. Revenues are based on projected water usage and fee structures. The water fund's expense, this slide provides a detailed view of the water fund expenditures. Expenses support ongoing system operation, maintenance, and required upgrades. The budget ensures reliable delivery of water services, maintenance of infrastructure, and compliance with regulatory standards. The fund remains balanced and self-supporting. Now we move on to the sewer fund. The budget for the sewer fund totals $1,214,768. Revenues are generated solely from sewer user fees. This slide shows a detailed breakdown of the sewer fund's expenditures. The funding supports wastewater treatment operations, system maintenance and repairs, and regulatory compliance. The sewer fund remains balanced and financially independent. This slide represents our six-year FY27 Capital Improvement Plan, or CIP. Projects highlighted in yellow are new for FY27. Remaining projects were either approved in FY26 and/or carry expenses into FY27, and the ensuing carry it into the ensuing 5 years of the six-year plan. All new FY27 projects are currently funded through the general fund. Staff will actively pursue grants to offset project costs wherever possible. In closing, the FY27 budget is fully balanced, with projected revenues matching proposed expenditures. This budget advances the town's strategic goals by continuing to improve critical infrastructure, enhancing operational efficiencies, increasing public awareness, and transparency of the town's operations. Staff believes the FY27 budget positions the town for continued financial stability and responsible and sustainable growth. We respectfully request council's approval of the FY27 budget. Staff will return in May to hold a public hearing and seek adoption of this budget. Thank you. Did I move too fast?
We have it, it's out there, it's on board docs for public. I will tell you this.
I have one question.
Yes, please.
Could you pull that up once again, the revenue side, I just saw it a second ago?
General fund?
Yeah, general fund, just for clarification, it says taxes, what does that actually mean? What taxes are we speaking of? Is that the property taxes?
Yes.
That'd probably be better to label it that way.
Yeah, there's three.
Yeah.
There's three that feed
Just
into
sort of
that.
so the people know what taxes mean, just to like label it out.
We can label it out. It's
That's
real
fine.
property taxes are the biggest
Perfect.
part. We got it.
That's fine.
We got it.
When we do the budget book, we'll show more details in there. This is trying to get it all to fit on the screen, too.
And no, I'm fine, it's just like when you say taxes, it causes people just, agita, just to say a word.
Right.
And just explain what that actually means.
People have to understand, we're not a taxing authority. Anything that happens, we gotta go to Annapolis. So we can't tax if you wanted to.
No,
It's the way it is.
we just operate on what they give us.
That's it, man. We hold our hands out and pray. Any other questions? Maybe I shouldn't say that loud. Any other questions? All right, Vice President.
All right, move to accept this draft to get it out to public hearing so that we can move on to the next process for it.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg, for
Thank you.
catching me.
Great job, staff. Great job. It looked amazing. Thank you. All right, let's move on to IQ Fiber Agreement. I think they're in the audience right there. It looks important. It must be him.
Kevin will present this one, Mayor.
Hello again, Kevin Schmidt, Communications Director. Just because of the specifics, I'll read the background here. On September 4th, 2025, IQ Fiber, a Maryland-based broadband company, presented a proposed $4 million 1 gigabit symmetrical fiber optic construction project that would provide broadband access and reliability for residents and businesses in the town of North Beach. The proposal represents a fiber optic internet service, not a cable television service. As such, no new cable franchise agreement is required. Following that discussion, you directed staff to begin discussions with IQ Fiber in the effort of reaching towards a proposed negotiated agreement. That is what is before you today and in board docs. If we jump down to the discussion element, there's 6 key points. What we really wanted to come to agreement on was a term that made sense for the town, construction standards, maintenance standards, insurance requirements, construction bonds, what service would be offered to customers, that it's competitively priced. There's also an ability to have dark fiber strands for the town to be able to have its own fiber optic network interconnecting town resources, which is huge with DPW on the north, the waterfront on the water, museum, us here in Town Hall. So it took some time, but we're very happy with what's come to fruition now and what's before you.
Any questions to Kevin before we move on?
Sure, Kevin. So without going into great detail, because I know we sent this out before, what did we request and negotiated that is not in here? Or did we get mostly everything that we were negotiating?
You know, Mark's out here and can definitely share the back and forth that we had. I'm very happy with what we got. Compared to other jurisdictions across the state, we were able to review those agreements. We were able to identify some holes that we could improve upon. And this list is a pretty solid deal compared to what else was accepted in other jurisdictions around the state.
Okay,
Councilman Dotson?
I'm good with that.
If I could, just
Sure.
very simply, from our prior discussion, there was more that we were able to work with IQ Fiber on than we originally requested. So they conceded to us very well, and we're very happy with it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I was trying to find a
Not
nice
sure
way
if that's
to
the
say
right
that.
word to use.
He's smiling back there,
Yeah, that's,
I'm good with it.
Mayor, Councilwoman Crosby, I just put in the chat for the meeting, she stated, "I highly recommend that this council does a request for proposals for all large projects such as fiber optics."
So we have that, Councilwoman Crosby said that. You had a question. Any other questions? Because we have this on the table right now. Do you want to?
I just want to make sure that the document that is in the package is the correct version of the contract, because if you look at section 4, the rest of the page is blank, and then it picks up at 4.2 on the following page. And I think 4.1 was where the insurance went.
No, insurance is at the back of the agreement, but there was a formatting error from the digital signature that we can address.
Yes, I've already started to address the formatting. I noticed that this afternoon.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we didn't have on the same
There was a
page.
few other formatting items that I
To be
noted.
clear, nothing's missing, just formatting.
Correct.
It's
all it is.
It's formatting.
It's all
yes.
there.
Yes, sir.
So 4.2 should be 4.1? No. At the back
No,
is
it's
4.1.
spacing. It's spacing.
Okay.
It's a spacing issue.
Well,
Then
wait,
what's
but where's
4.1?
4.1?
Right.
Because it goes section 4, nothing, and then it goes to 4.2.
Take a look at the packet.
I'm pulling it up. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
It's just a heading issue. It's really the document itself compared to what we sent and what came back. This was a digital signature formatting error. The agreement is what we discussed and what we negotiated.
Right, but we need
Yeah,
to
I
make
got
sure
that,
that the
but
document
formatting
they
is-
approved this evening is the correct
Right.
one.
I understand what you're saying now. Yes, there is no 4.1.
And
And
then
then-
4.2, so.
And then I don't see the insurance at the end of the document.
It's at,
I believe it's in section 6.
it is.
And it's not an addendum.
It is.
Yeah.
It's under section
Starts
6,
on the bottom of
6.1.
Okay, so it's
seven,
in the,
page
I thought
six.
you were saying it was,
Is it
it
that
was an
appendix? No.
addendum. but
No, it's
you're just
6.1.
saying you moved it down farther in the agreement. Yes, okay, I got it. Okay.
Are we good?
No,
Do we know what 4.1 says?
right. We either need to get this correct or push it to next one because it needs to be explicitly
We don't have in
clear.
front of us what y'all want us to vote on. So,
Unless you're just saying that 4.2 should be 4.1.
I know they should be concatenated up. So
Yes.
2 should be 1, 3 should be 2, da-da-da-da-da-da.
I did mention that to Mark when he arrived, that there's a formatting discrepancy that came on the signed copy from their CEO.
so if you look at it, if you go up, it goes section 4, that's it. Big blank line. I understand it's
as
formatting.
follows,
I understand it's
and then-
formatting. And then 4.2. I'm guessing if you go back up, that 4 should be 4.1.
No, I think 4.2
No,
is
that's the
supposed to be
heading.
4.1.
4.2 should be 1,
I think
3
that
should
should
be
be,
2.
maintenance should be 4.1.
So, hold on for a second. What was transferred over? Do you have that document?
That's it, the PDF is what was transferred over, correct?
Yes.
So when
it's
it
on
came
Word
over, it
docs.
had no 4.1 on it.
Yes, it had a formatting error when we received it.
It should have been sent back at that point, in my opinion, to be corrected. You're asking us to vote on something that's not clerically correct. Now, if the gentleman sitting back there is willing to state that there is no 4 point anything before 4.2, which is maintenance, and it's supposed to be just 3, 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, my understanding, yes. I apologize, I was made aware of the formatting error when it got here, and I agree, it's just a formatting error.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is, I'm willing to think that we can push this forward if we accept the fact that there is no 4.1 due to formatting, and that 4.2 maintenance should be 4.1. 4.3 failure to perform maintenance should be 4.2, and 4.4 relocation should be 4.3.
Then we can
Was
just.
that a motion?
Is that okay with the attorney?
Yes,
I'm-
but I
Hold
just.
on, I'm asking the
I
attorney
just wanna,
first.
With the consent of IQ Fiber, I'd like to just type on below section 4 on that page, continued on following page, so everybody's clear there's nothing missing.
Consent granted.
Thank you.
That's my motion to accept as edited.
I'll second.
Call the question.
Thank you, Ken.
This is a motion for you.
Okay, we have a first and second, call the question. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Michelle says no.
All right.
Okay.
So we move 5-1. Thank you so much. All right, let's move into,
Wait a minute, are we gonna vote on approving this contract, or we're just moving forward? Because that was just the amendment to fix the wording.
No, I can vote.
No, that's,
I
no,
said-
the motion was only what he was mentioning, which was changing the wording. We did not make a
I
motion which to
I-
approve.
No, I said
Not-
as is with
Oh,
the edits.
okay, all right, I misheard the first part.
As is with
I,
the change.
I have a secondary question. What would be now the time frame for starting of installation?
Can you guys hear me okay? Yep.
Thank you very much, and thank you for that vote. We are, as you know, we're currently building in Chesapeake Beach, and we're probably 80% done there, so we would like to get started. We understand we're coming into your high season, so I would suspect that we will work with Donnie and your team to make sure what makes sense. But we will get started right away if that works with, with the town and with the busy season coming up.
I think we need to sit down and meet, because to really explain to you what busy season means to us, it's not normal.
Yeah.
So I really, you need to sit down and understand that we could have 5,000, 6,000 people on our waterfront in any given second of any given day from Memorial Day to Labor Day. There is no room for your trucks, there's no room for your work, there's no room for your crews, there's none.
Yep. Yes, Mayor. So IQ Fiber is very used to working in waterfront towns. So we want to have that conversation. We've met with Donnie before, and we'll continue to do that and do what's reasonable for the town and your.
Let's go ahead and set up that
Your
meeting ASAP, so you can make sure, because Emma can be there, DB can be there. We just need to make sure we're all on the same page, because, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we want customers, not, enemies. So we really want to make friends all the way around. So we will work to make sure that we accommodate everything that your busy season requires of us.
Thank you, sir.
And I have one question that's probably reflective of myself and another council member. What is the status of the agreements with the two HOAs?
The My understanding, and it's another gentleman, Tim, that does that for us. He's had very positive conversations with both those HOAs. I think they were waiting on this.
We have one behind you, so I'm just
Yeah.
seeing her face.
Just wait. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? And then we'll let council know when this meeting is going to take place. If you all want to attend, you're more than welcome to attend. So just, let's get it set up and, do what we can do.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenna.
I
Thank you.
see Lieutenant Phelps is here, so I'd like to go ahead and let him do his report.
Good evening. Sorry I'm a little bit late.
It's all right, you're here.
I made it. For the month of March, there was 83 calls for service in North Beach. There was 502 self-initiated above that. Part of those 83 calls, there was a theft, a forgery at West Lawn Inn. That's what the theft was. There was a destruction of property at an apartment on 2nd Street. There was a DUI arrest and 2 domestic assault arrests and a found property report.
So the report is in board docs. I will tell you that I've had many conversations with Lieutenant and Sergeant gearing up for our busy season. Please participate, please get a hold of, remember, 535-2800 is where you call unless it's 911. Most of the things that we realize in our town are not 911. It's 535-2800 is the number. But if you see something, please let the deputies know. I know we're a small town, but these deputies cover North Beach and Chesapeake Beach. Also, if something happens right outside of town limits, deputies do back up. So they're all over the place. They're all over the place. So we could sit at one stop sign, pull 10 people over, and then 20 people are going to run the stop sign down the street. We move to that stop sign, then they run this stop sign up here. They are going to really focus on the speeding outside of town. I know Councilwoman Healy has talked about that many times. We will do our best. The speed bumps for Bay Avenue will go down soon to hopefully help with some of the speeding. But we will do our best. Just let the deputies know if you see something. Plus our new camera system, so.
Yes,
Any
please.
questions for Lieutenant Phelps?
I just have one. Anyway, Lieutenant Phelps and I have been working closely together on a few things, but I know First Friday's coming up, May 1st, and I'm sure it's going to be a doozy, as long as the weather's good. So I don't know how that looks as far as, how many of your guys will be staffed down there. I did enjoy the community policing aspect of it, of the walking through the crowd, if that's gonna be possible. I just don't know. The first one's always tough. But also, I had talked to one of the deputies before, if we can get and God, the name is failing me right now, but the high school kids that sign up with Sheriff's Department. The Explorers. I would love to see them involved in downtown too, because I know they have to get community service hours. And I think that would be a good example for some of our kids in town to see them doing it and maybe inspire them to maybe do something like that too. So, maybe if we can speak to the Explorers about this upcoming event, because it's probably going to be pretty significant, is my guess.
Usually the first one in weather, in May weather, brings out the, yes.
Right.
But we're prepared for it, we're staffed. I think we have we're working on getting a meeting together actually with both towns for the summer special events for both towns coming up. Trying to make sure we have covered what needs to be covered, but we definitely have First Fridays already on the calendar. So we will be definitely there. So.
Any other questions for Lieutenant?
Hi, Lieutenant. I got a complaint actually just before I got over here. So I'm gonna throw this out here. and I'm also bringing this up because I think we can help aid in this. Right in front of the Cold Penguin Ice Cream, there's a crosswalk.
Yes.
People often just park right over the crosswalk, and there's also a handicap ramp there for people to get up. So maybe if I told the person to just call the non-emergency number, and someone would come by and probably give them a warning not to do it again. But I think we could help by putting the poles on either side of the crosswalk. That way, no one could ever park there again.
Yeah, we had.
And I've seen other jurisdictions do that, so it would definitely eliminate that.
Definitely get with that. We do put the crosswalk sign right there. And then I can tell you, I've called it many times, people parking there. So yes, if you see something to say something, we do have the crosswalk sign there. Our crosswalk signs don't last long because people run them over, and they're $250 each. But we will, let's explore what you said. We'll get with Emma and DPW, and let's figure out what we can do to make it a little bit better, to the best of our ability.
And I will pass it on to the deputies to keep an eye on it. And like you said, if a citizen sees something, please call. The deputies are more, as the mayor mentioned, the deputies are more than happy to respond to call when called. I mean, that's what we're here for, so.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
All right, any other questions?
Thanks,
And
Mayor.
just maybe, Emma, during like First Friday, I know the tent's set up all along there. Make sure it's open, you know, when they set, whoever's set in that spot. Thanks.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And let's go ahead and get to, let me make sure I hit everything. Let's get into council reports. I'm going to start with Councilwoman Crosby because she's online, I think. She's still there? So let's, what's that? Okay. Please do.
We have a comment, Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Crosby stated, "I highly recommend that the town make all documents easily accessible to the public at all times, including historical audits and contact information for council members." That is all of her report.
Thank you. Absolutely, we absolutely agree with that, and we have started that process with the rollout of the new website. You'll find that we will continue to tweak it, but your input is needed. Please go to northbeachmd.org, take a look at it. I think it's light years ahead of what we had, but at the end of the day, we can always get better. All right, let's start down here with Councilman Hummel.
Not much. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining on Teams. Hopefully that transition went okay for some people. I know I had to help my parents get onto Teams because it's not one that some of them have used before. And with that, hopefully I should be able to make it to Osprey. I know I have to work that day, so I'll see if I can shake it free. And I'll see everybody next time.
Thank you so much. Keep it coming straight down the line.
Okay, thank you, everybody online. Thank you for everyone who came out. John, Abigail, Sal, thank you for your comments. I'm sure the town will be getting back to you. And just wanted to wish everybody a safe, upcoming summer, and weather's getting warmer, people are out on their motorcycles, traffic's faster, people are excited to get places, so just keep an eye out, when you're walking around. And I look forward to speaking to you all again.
Thank you.
Yeah, not much tonight. Thank you all for coming out. And yeah, Emma, I wanted to formally congratulate you. And yeah, just be safe in this upcoming season, and particularly watch the traffic.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just want to wish everybody happy spring. My annual bout with tree pollen, I'm losing once again, so my voice is a little raspy. So I don't have much else to say, but enjoy the weather as it's now arriving, except for everything turning green on your car for right now. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out, and for those that are online. And I'd like to also congratulate you, Emma. And I'd like to thank the mayor and Mr. Bunny Rabbit, whomever he may have been, for riding around last Saturday to kind of entertain the children. I know 2 of my grandchildren enjoyed it, except for my granddaughter about that Sour Patch. She was like twisted up on that. But anyway, thanks for doing that. And hope everyone have a great weekend. Be safe.
Thank you so much. I do have one thing I want to pass on, and it's a big deal. And we worked hard. Staff worked hard. We worked hard. And I will reiterate, social media is where you go if you're really bored in life, I think. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of good information out there, but please don't believe everything you read. Please go to the facts. So I am proud to announce, and it's verbal, but now that I'm going to put it on TV, there's no way they're going to back out. I promise you. So we, as a municipality, and not all municipalities get this. I don't know the exact number. She might know, Alyssa might know, but a tax differential. So a tax differential allows our residents not to be double taxed because we offer services that the county offers. So if you ever look at your tax bill and go a mile up the road and look at that, your friend's tax bill, your Calvert County bill is less than their Calvert County bill, is because it's called a tax differential. We pay less county tax because this great staff picks up and does everything. So for 20 years, it was 0.336. I wasn't going to say numbers, but I'm going to say it, 0.336. 20 years. Recently, there were some challenges at a commissioners meeting. And they came out, they read the numbers. We went into full court press. And this week we had a meeting with Commissioner Grasso and Commissioner Todd Ireland and County Administrator Ms. Turner. I was going to say Linda, but then no. Linda Turner is her name. Wonderful. It was a great meeting. They agreed with us that our tax differential should be the same as Chesapeake Beach. At that meeting, they said a different number, a lot less. Our tax differential this year will be 0.362. That is over an $80,000 direct savings to our residents. Not to the town, to our residents. You're paying overall $80,000 less in taxes to Calvert County because it's tax differential. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on out right now because it's election year. We know how it gets during election year. The world's coming to an end. I just want to give kudos to those 2 commissioners who met with us, sat down with us. We were frank, very frank with them. But it was a nice way, I guess. But in the end, they agreed, we worked it out the way teams are supposed to. We are partners with them. We are not adversaries. We are partners with Calvert County, and our residents will benefit from that relationship. I also had the pleasure of this week going to Annapolis, and I had a great sit down with Senator Harris. As mayor, part of my job is to network for the town in Annapolis or anywhere, really I go. I'm the spokesperson for us out into the public. We had a phenomenal meeting, Senator Kevin Harris and I, and he will be in our town within the next couple of weeks once they're done in Annapolis. I got to walk around, talk to some other delegates. I got to talk to Maryland Municipal League. That's what we do. We advocate for our residents every single day, and in 90 days, we've already advocated for 9 months. That 90 days is for people that don't understand. We solicit for 90 days to these people. And the proof is in the pudding when our commissioner said, you're right, let's partner, let's make this correct. And they did. So I'm very proud of that. I want to thank council for supporting me in everything I do and my staff, because I can't do what I do without council and staff. So that is my closing remarks. But it was a big deal. It was a big deal, and everybody's going to benefit. So can I have a motion to adjourn our
No,
meeting?
hold up one
Oh,
second.
time out.
I'm happy for the excitement, especially that lower number. However, is this something they have to vote on, or is this just a consensus, or those two people have the
So I was
authority?
given a verbal commitment by both of them. So next week, we are going to sit in front of them for them to make it public, to vote on it.
Okay.
It's on this TV.
What day is that?
Was that 14th? 14th. If y'all want to come, please come. It's 10 o'clock is usually. We'll get there at 9, but it will, I spoke to them. I will be there early.
Bring them cups of coffee,
Okay.
so that'd be.
With coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
And then once we get the letter, then I'll get it out to everybody, but
Then we'll truly celebrate.
absolutely. I feel good, though. All right.
Thank you.
Can we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. So moved. Thank you, everybody. God bless. You have to go home. You can't stay here.
However, I do think that they will stick with